a few minutes ago, but go ahead, Pin. You already, man. You are the first one up in here. What's going on, JBA gamer? What's up? We had to do round two because, like I said, I ended up getting cut off or whatever last time. In this case, I was trying to find one of our subscribers' pages in this case, but couldn't end up finding it, so ended up getting cut off. So we had to do round two. We couldn't just let it go just like that. But yeah, JBA gamer, good to see you back in here. What's going on? Man, you see it. The USO reunion. Man, Jimmy Uso, did he be in discussion? Jay Uso and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Yeah, the Bruns at SummerSlam. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, man. I can't wait to see how it's going to go down for real. Everybody's saying that the Bruns need to beat Roman and Jay. That's what I'm hearing a lot. Excuse me. But yeah, man, the Usos right now at the moment, they're in talks. They'd be moving Jimmy Uso over to Monday Night Raw, full time in discussion about reforming the Usos back up again. That is crazy. I want to see Cody heel turn at SummerSlam. Everybody wants to see Cody heel turn at SummerSlam. I feel like we may get it, we may not get it, JB. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we is, and I feel like we not. But I also feel like that John Cena is probably just gonna take everything away from Cody Rhodes and beat him just like that at SummerSlam, all the way. All the way. But you're not the only one. Everybody wants to see Cody Rhodes turn heel. Everybody. Bro, you met Jay Uso. Congrats, bro. Yeah, we did, man. We met Jay Uso. Man, he is so cool in real life all the way. If you take away the Jay Uso off TV, you get Joshua in this case. His real name is Joshua. Um, that like I said, he's really cool, man. Very, very nice guy all the way. So definitely we'll be back to meet him again. I gave him a card and everything. I want to meet Roman Reigns. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to meet Roman Reigns. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you I'm gonna be honest now, they got a big meet and greet this week because you got Cody Rhodes. They got meet and greet tomorrow in Ohio with Cody Rhodes. If you're going to SummerSlam, they got a whole bunch of meet and greets too as well. But yeah, we met Jay Uso. He's really cool in real life. Like I said, besides what you see on TV, he's really cool in real life too as well. Real stand up guy all the way. So definitely would love to meet Jay Uso again. On down the line. On down the line, would love to meet him again. But yeah, man, you gonna have to meet Roman at an airport or something, or at the gym to meet Roman. You're gonna beat Roman for real. But yeah, man, like I said, the Usos, we are on the potential for an Uso reunion. If Jimmy Uso is making his way to Monday Night Raw, that is going to be dope. I cannot wait until the Usos have their reunion. A lot of people said this could have waited because a lot of people wanted to see Jimmy get his first singles title in this case. I feel like we still gonna get that, but with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso back together and having Jimmy Uso reform back up, the bloodline is forming back up without Paul Heyman. So there's a lot of talk about in that too as well. It really is. We got 3 people watching. What's going on, everybody? Back in here for round 2. Got cut off on the last one in this case. Could not let you guys go out like that. We're gonna keep it going. Goldberg retirement match was fucked up. They won't do this to John Cena. It's Goldberg, which you expect. They're not gonna do it to John Cena because John Cena is the money. They don't look at Goldberg as money anymore. Goldberg was money back then. John Cena is money. That's the main thing. So when you kind of look at it, yeah. The reason they did that to Goldberg because it's Goldberg. He's not money. John Cena, that's money in this case. No. I get what you're coming from, JB. I do. But I mean it's Goldberg, which you expect. It's Goldberg all the way. But yeah, man, like I said, with the Undertaker is fighting in NXT, right? No, so I'm just to clear this up with everybody, because we had got a message on our channel. One of our subscribers, Marche, had said that is Undertaker fighting Trick Williams. for the TNA title. No, that was just a statement. That was just a statement all the way. Undertaker is not fighting Trick Williams on NXT, so we just had to. I'm just gonna clear that up right now. Undertaker is not fighting Trick Williams. He is in no shape or form. Even though he hit that choke slam perfect on night, no, he's not. He is in no form or condition to fight Trick Williams at all. So no, JB, to answer your question, Undertaker is not fighting Trick Williams on NXT. No, not one bit. I know a lot of people said it too. A lot of people was like, Undertaker fighting Trick Williams. I was like, no, Undertaker's not fighting Trick Williams in this case. Undertaker was just making a statement because they was in Texas in this case. So yeah. Bro, let's start a career in WWE as a tag team. We would achieve so much. Oh man, that'd be so cool. Would love to form a tag team with you, man. Like I said, I love tag team wrestling too as well. It'd be really cool. We have to come up with a whole tag team name too as well. With a whole tag team name. That's dope. I'm not gonna lie, JB. But yeah, man, guys, you guys see it. It is gonna be it's epic. Everybody, a lot of people said they were not ready. We would defeat the Usos. I don't know about that. Look, man, the Usos is known for the penitentiary. In this case, you got to think now that the Usos may be getting back together now. Us going up against the Usos, nah, you can go ahead and cut that. But yeah, the Usos getting back together Monday Night Raw, it would be crazy because imagine, guys, Jimmy and Jay back together again. Roman on the same show too as well, but I think Roman's going to get ready to leave because he's got to get ready to film too as well. But Jimmy and Jay back on the same show once again. USO reunion, which means tag team lockdown. In this case, I'm just going to predict it. I see the Judgment Day versus the Usos for the Raw tag team titles. I see it right there. I do. A lot of people may disagree because they may be like, no, Dominic Mysterio versus Jimmy Uso for the IC title sounds good too as well. But I mostly kind of basically see the Usos versus the Judgment Day. Brock Lesnar returning in SummerSlam to help Roman Reigns. It's not happening, JB. Not one bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Brock Lesnar is not returning at all. He's not. He's not coming back. He's not. The only person I kind of basically see that would probably help Roman Reigns and Jey Uso would probably be Jimmy Uso, but not no Brock Lesnar. But as you guys can see, yeah, if Jimmy Uso is coming back to Monday Night Raw, main event Jey Uso, Big Jim, the Usos back together again against the Judgment Day, taking the tag team titles away from the Judgment Day. I see it. Evolution was much better than Night of Champions. It was a women's pay-per-view. Of course, Night of Champions wasn't good at all, JB. It wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Roman J Punk versus Self Faction for sure. I'm gonna be honest. If you take CM Punk out this equation, this does really kind of matter to CM Punk. CM Punk is facing Gunther for the world title. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though you put Roman J and Punk, you can just go ahead and scratch CM Punk name off of that all the way. But like I said, in this case, if you're gonna do it, you just basically have Roman J and Jimmy versus Seth Rollins faction. In this case, the Oracle. That's basically it. But I cannot wait because there's so much you can do with Jimmy on Raw. I'm gonna be honest. There's so much you can do with him on SmackDown, but a lot of people said that Jimmy being on SmackDown, it felt wasted for real because he basically worked better in a whole group, not as a singles competitor. Seth would cost Punk, I guess. Then Punk will cause Seth's cash in. A lot of people said that Seth Rollins could probably cost CM Punk his match at SummerSlam. Um, I even kind of said that I don't think Seth Rollins is hurt. I think Seth Rollins probably may be just wait on the right moment and probably just may have just tweaked it probably, but a lot of people said that Seth Rollins is hurt. So, you never know which way this could go, JB. You just never know. That's the thing. But I see you're throwing out some interesting hints though. I'm not gonna lie. Those are some interesting hints. But I don't really see it because people are already saying they want Gunther, they're pushing for Gunther versus John Cena in December as the last match. So it kind of shows that I guess CM Punk is beating Gunther at at SummerSlam if we're gonna get John Cena versus Gunther in December. I mean, you just never know. But man, I'm not gonna lie. If Jimmy Uso is moving over to Monday nights, there's so much you can kind of do. If you really want to finally give Jimmy Uso that singles title, Jimmy Uso versus Dominic Mysterio. We already know that AJ Styles is not going to really beat Dominic for the title in this case. It'd be crazy if he did. But when you look at it, Jimmy Uso versus Dominic Mysterio, that would be good. Jimmy gets his first singles title. Punk wins the world title, then Seth cashes in. But what would Seth want? Did it be championship? He already had it. He must cash in on the undisputed title. I'm gonna be honest, it only depends because Seth Rollins already won the World Heavyweight Championship. Why would Seth Rollins want the World Heavyweight Championship? No. He wants the same title that Roman has. So he wants everything that Roman had. And why not have the undisputed championship? That's basically what he would want for real. All the way. So if Cody does win, he just probably just cash in on Cody and just take Cody's moment and just kill it. Just like that. So when you look at it, that's kind of what you see. But that was interesting. Seth is the second wannabe Roman after Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa being like Roman, it was just Solo being just Solo. That's basically it, JB. All the way. Right now, as you can see, Solo Sikoa is the US champion. Everybody's kind of happy that Solo won something because Solo was on a losing streak so bad that people really thought, what was the whole point of bringing Solo up here? All the way. All the way. Like, why would you bring Solo up here if he ain't gonna do anything? But JB, I kind of see where you kind of come from. Yes, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins basically wants everything that Roman has. That's basically it. That's why he's got Paul Heyman. That's why he's got a wise man. That's why he wants all the power now. He wants that same power that Roman has. But we already know it's not happening. Solo is U.S. champion and Jimmy winning U.S. title, but for sure they did Randy Orton bad. I'm gonna be honest, Randy Orton actually should have won that match for real. But hey, it didn't work out. It really didn't. But Jimmy Uso and I keep explaining this to a couple people. Jimmy Uso, he's gonna win that singles title, man. He is. People just gonna have to give it time. You can't really rush the process. Jimmy Uso, he's gonna win his singles title. Even if he doesn't win the singles title and he just wins the tag team titles with Jay again. I mean, you never know. WWE uses Randy Orton literally just to put someone on top. Yeah, they do. Randy Orton, I guess Randy Orton is not really considered money. I'm gonna be honest, but every time he comes out, he's money. But WWE just doesn't really see it like that for real. But I mean, Jimmy Uso, he's gonna get that singles title. You can't really rush the process. I thought it'd be Randy versus Drew. Randy turns heel, but this match at SummerSlam is insane. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Um, you know, I kind of feel like as soon as they get done with this, I want to know what's next for Drew McIntyre and what's next for Randy Orton, all the way, like hands down. What is next for these two? What do you really do with Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton? Drew McIntyre has made it very clear he wants to go. Randy Orton made it very clear he wants to go. He wants to become a 15-time world heavyweight champion, literally. So why not make it happen? Why not make Randy Orton a 15-time world heavyweight champion? Why are you wasting time with it? Literally. I feel like if you keep wasting time, Randy Orton's not going to be here that longer. Drew McIntyre's not going to be here that longer. Roman Reigns is not going to be here that long. A lot of these big time superstars are not going to be here that long. So why are you wasting time? Some matches of SummerSlam I want to end as a squash match. It's so boring. Some of the matches. Some of these matches for a SummerSlam are good, and some of these matches are not good for real. I would probably say, like I said, Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill is a match a lot of people want to know. Is it going to be good or is it going to be bad? Willie, are you having a good day? I am having a good day, Magenta. It is nice to hear from you. Yeah, how are you? How are you tonight, Magenta? I am doing good. We're doing round two right now. I was on here earlier, but I ended up getting cut off in this case due to I was trying to find another subscriber to send him the link to come in here tonight. But yeah, I'm good. You're fine. But yeah, I mean, when you kind of think about it, JB, there's so many matches at SummerSlam that could be squash matches, but then there's some matches that could be good. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton, AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio, Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match. Definitely. I believe that match could probably steal the show. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm doing good. Thoughts on the Hulkster passing? Thoughts on Hulk Hogan passing? It was out of nowhere, but I kind of felt like Hulk Hogan wasn't doing too good all last week because they people were saying that Hulk Hogan was not feeling well. He was going through some health issues and other stuff like that. So I did hear he was not doing too well at all. But it threw a lot of people for a loop because nobody really knew that he was going to pass, which was very sad today. Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania 42. Both would retire after that match. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like if we even get The Rock versus Roman, it's gonna be so gassed because it's been brought up so many times and it has never happened. So it's like why does every time we bring up The Rock versus Roman, why does every time we bring it up, it just sounds so gassed at the moment. So like those two ain't it's not gonna happen. It's not. We're so way past Roman versus The Rock right now. It don't make no sense. What's going on, Aaron? Oh man, Zilla may just probably show up a little bit even more earlier than that, Aaron. I don't really even see any of that. Jacob is winning. Jacob is winning. Okay, got you, Grand Priest. Okay, right, bro. I have to leave. Now take care. You too as well, JB. You take it easy. You have a good night. Be safe. Like I said, we'll hear from you too as well tomorrow, going into next week too as well. But yeah, so Grand Prix said Jacob is winning. Crybaby fucked up the Rock versus Roman. Will probably never happen now. No, it will never happen again, Scott. I'm gonna be honest with you. I felt like Cody should have never made this WrestleMania more about him because I felt like if we did have the Rock versus Roman at at WrestleMania 40, I felt like it could have fed people. It could have basically fed the generation of basically wow, we finally got the Rock versus Roman. This should be good. It should be really good. But we didn't get that. Cody Rhodes wanted to make WrestleMania 40 about him. So you're right about that, Sky, all the way. The Rock versus Roman could never even line up to the expectation. It only depends how you would book this too, as well. That's another thing. I felt like, if we were gonna get the Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 40, it would have it had to lead up to something. It would have to really lead up to something all the way. So Magenta, I'm not gonna lie, you and Sky, y'all definitely kind of hit it on the money for real, all the way. It Sky kind of made it very clear. Uh, Cody Rhodes messed it up, and Magenta kind of made it very clear it wouldn't really kind of live up to expectations. That's another thing too as well. If you wanted a match that was going to live up to expectations, this would probably be that match all the way. But it would have to lead up to something all the way. What is this? Aaron definitely want him to win the Royal Rumble. Well, I'm gonna be well, Aaron. I mean, he already won. Jay Uso already won the Royal Rumble this year. It wouldn't really make any sense to have Jay Uso win the Royal Rumble next year, unless they're gonna pull a Cody, unless they're gonna pull a whole Cody Rhodes and have Jay Uso win the Royal Rumble 2 times, just like how Cody won it 2 times. I don't really see it happening for real. A lot of people really don't see Jey Uso winning another Royal Rumble for real. I think this may be probably the first and probably the last time you'll see Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble. Now, everybody said they want Jimmy Uso to win the Royal Rumble. Everybody said that. But for it's Jay winning the Royal Rumble again next year, there's a lot of people you could probably say that could win the Royal Rumble next year. I mean, people said Braun Breaker, people said Sami Zayn, people said, like Aaron just said, Jey Uso, people said Jimmy Uso. There's so many people they said that could win Royal Rumble next year, but it only depends how would they really book it to the sky. That's another thing. People said since it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn wins. People said if Braun Breaker wins. I mean, there's so many people you just don't know who could win the Royal Rumble next year. You just never don't. Need a full bloodline war games era where every member of the both teams is a member of that family. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of feel like war games gonna be in San Diego. Um i i I really do actually have plans on going to war games. I'm actually going to talk to Shane about this to see do she want to do war games because in San Diego, I feel like San Diego war games it's going to be good. I'm not going to lie. And I would love to experience war games, especially bloodline war games, all the way. So that may definitely be in some talk. I'll talk to her tomorrow and see what we can see what we kind of think about war games. That'd be really cool to do. Not gonna lie. But Magenta, I do kind of see what you're saying. I do see Roman probably. I feel like we may end up probably get another bloodline war. I feel like we will, but it only depends how it kind of rolls out for real. Solo and his MFTs, Roman, you know, we don't really know. Game event, what's going on? Game event, game event. I was trying to find the account, but I could not find the account. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I took too long trying to find the account on here to send you the link, but YouTube ended up shutting it down. So I'm sorry, buddy. I'll have to get you next time. I'm just doing round 2 in this case because the other one ended up going off. Shout out to Mike. What's going on, Frankie? Shout out to Mike. Okay, that's what's up. Well, shout out to Mike. Do you think Hulk Hogan tribute tomorrow is going to get booed? Um, I can't really tell you that, Magenta. Everybody has their opinion on Hulk Hogan. They do. Everybody has their own opinion on Hulk Hogan. Everybody has their own opinion about him. Me and Cal, one of our subscribers on here, Cal, who I just got done talking to, we went live on here just a few minutes ago. He said if you take away Hulk Hogan's controversial life outside of WWE and focus it in WWE, the man kind of basically made money. He made Vince McMahon money. His blood in general made Vince McMahon a whole billionaire for real. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't really think it will get booed. I think it'll be very special. But you have those people. You have some people tomorrow. They'll feel some type of way about Hulk Hogan for real. I mean, people still do to this day after he passed away. But I mean, it is what it is. But I think WWE's gonna really send him off real well because they always do a tribute video to a little bit of everybody, all the way. Who would win the fight, man? Let's see, bro. Oh man, Yellow Ranger or Sharon Black Panther. I'm gonna go with Black Panther all the way. Black Panther all the way, Frankie. But yeah, Magenta, to answer your question, yeah, I think WWE's gonna send him off real well all the way. If Jimmy Uso is going to Raw, do you think he could win a singles title there? I actually just said this game in vain. I said if since Jimmy Uso is moving over to Monday Night Raw, if there is speculation of him moving over to Monday Night Raw full time, I said that Jimmy could probably face Dominic Mysterio. If AJ Styles cannot get the job done at SummerSlam, I feel like that's when Jimmy Uso is going to probably end up taking Dominic Mysterio's title because that's when he's going to probably go forward. Hulk Hogan tribute needs to be on Raw too as well. Yes, it does. I feel like it needs to be done 2 times. I feel like don't just honor him 1 time, honor him 2 times. Honor him on SmackDown because SmackDown is basically tomorrow night. Honor Hulk Hogan again on Monday Night Raw. I mean, why not? That would be the last send off. I mean, it's only right. The man basically worked both shows. The man was on Monday Night Raw and he worked Friday Night SmackDown. So I mean, why not? Let's see here. I heard Hulk Hogan is getting cremated because he refused to get buried. Oh wow, that's well. A lot of people have their own opinions of how they want to how they want to go out for. That's another thing. Some people like to get buried, and some people like to get cremated. So I mean, Hulk Hogan, he made it very clear if he wants to get cremated, let him be cremated. But yeah, you're right about that, Grand Prix. I'm not gonna lie to you. At least do it. At least do it 2 times. At least do it on Raw too as well. But yeah, Gaming Van, to answer your question, yeah, I see Jimmy Uso and Dominic Mysterio for the IC title. I see Jimmy Uso. I feel like if he doesn't win the IC title, I feel like he's probably just going to end up probably going, since he's on Raw with his brother Jay Uso in this case. I feel like Jimmy and Jay are probably going to end up taking the titles off the Judgment Day, and then that Uso Penitentiary is going to be back open again. Because I mean, who doesn't miss the Uso Penitentiary at all? I'm just saying. And it's been a while since the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day has been free of the Uso Penitentiary, so why not put them back in there? Then especially got new members too as well, so why not go ahead and put them in the Uso Penitentiary? But yeah, to answer your question, Game and Van, I do probably see him winning the IC title. I do. Trying to tag your comment. I guess I can't. I have to do it next time. But yeah, that's basically how I kind of see it. I basically see Jimmy Uso on Monday Night Raw, probably going up against the best of the best, and probably teaming up with his brother from time to time, probably for the tag team titles too as well. Probably winning tag team gold once again. Mind you, the Usos basically dominated the tag team division, holding the tag team titles, even though I said it. In this case, I said it for hostage. They held the tag team division down for the longest. And I kind of feel like Triple H is the only person that actually trusts him as a tag team that can elevate the tag team division all the way. So I do see, I do see what Triple H is doing there. Triple H wants that USO reunion so bad because he feel like the Raw tag team division is so trash right now. Let's just get Jimmy and Jay back together so they can just basically motivate it and get it back up there. So Triple H knows exactly what he's doing. Creative know exactly what they're doing too as well. So I mean, why not? I think Jimmy Uso also going to confront Gunther while he's the new. I'm gonna be honest. Jimmy Uso and Gunther running it back. I would love to see it. Jimmy Uso basically kind of gave Gunther a run for his money all the way. So I would not be surprised at all if Jimmy Uso does try to challenge Gunther for probably for the world title. But I think he could. But yeah, between IC title or probably the World Heavyweight Championship, I'm gonna be honest. Even if CM Punk does not win, I would love to see Jimmy Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Why not? That'd be good. Because Jimmy gave Gunther a run for his money, and Gunther didn't even see it coming. Especially that slap too. He definitely didn't see that slap coming. Should The Rock go back to be commentary? Commentary. That's a long. That was just during the segment for real. The Rock never did was never no commentary. Was never no commentary man. Yeah, The Rock was never no commentary man. So But yeah, Gaming Van. I feel like if Jimmy Uso versus Gunther, run it back. Why not? Since Jimmy's gonna be coming over to Monday Night Raw, why not? Why not have Jimmy Uso kind of run it back with some folks that he ain't ran it back with, and also some new folks too as well. I'd be down for it. It'd be good. But for his IC champion, well, he did with Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler in 1999. Oh, that was during the segment, man. But you know, The Rock was never a commentary type of person. He just did that on a segment for real. That was just during a segment. That was during a whole segment during a match. But that Rock has never been no commentary type of person. That was a long time ago. I know what you're talking about too, but no, he was never on commentary team. Crazy part about it now, even right now, WWE is shifting so much. Even he'd be funny as hell. Oh yeah, he really would. But nobody can really kind of feel the shoe. We're gonna be honest. The commentary team right now with WWE, nobody has not been able to feel or kind of feeling the shoes where Michael Cole is right now at the moment. Michael Cole has been basically being on WWE commentary since the Attitude Era. He was a whole backstage analysis and then got on commentary just like that. So he's been holding the commentary team down for the longest. And I think WWE just waiting to kind of see who can fill his shoes next all the way. As you guys can see, Pat McAfee kind of made it very clear. He was exhausted. He couldn't do it no more. But, I mean, hey, it's Pat McAfee. You can understand that. But yeah, most definitely, I definitely see Jimmy Uso mixing it up with a definite couple other people too as well. Want to hear a joke? If Jimmy Uso is going to Raw, what happens? He challenged Gunther for the world title. What happened? He wins. If Jimmy Uso beats Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, yo, could you imagine how crazy that would be? And it's on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. Jimmy Uso is totally moving back to Monday Night Raw. Man, you just said it out your mouth. Imagine if this man beats Gunther on a random episode of Monday Night Raw. Jimmy Uso wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, how would you book that? Because main event Jey Uso was the World Heavyweight Champion. He held the title for 51 days. How long will Jimmy Uso, this brother, hold the title? That's another thing too as well. Jimmy said he would win that first singles title, but he never said which one. But my reaction, I'm gonna be honest with you, it would be crazy because nobody would expect Jimmy Uso to beat Gunther on a random episode of Monday Night Raw, even though it was gonna happen eventually. Why is The Rock famous? Why is The Rock famous? The Rock is famous because he became a little bit larger than life. He went from Rocky from Fly Rocky Fly to Die Rocky Die, and people hated that character. So Rock had to basically transform himself into something else. It is what it is. But movies and other stuff and other stuff like that. WWE is so busy right now. Yeah, WWE is so busy right now. They really are. I mean, with SummerSlam right now, right around the corner next weekend, other stuff, merchandise, everything. WWE is just all over the place. They don't really know what they kind of want to do. Triple H, you know it's bad when Triple H. Where are you? I'm at home, gaming van. I'm at home. You know it's crazy when Triple H doesn't even know what to do with Julia. And Julia won the women's United States Championship, and nobody ain't seen Julia since she won at all. So I'm gonna be honest, WWE is so busy, Triple H is so busy. I feel like SummerSlam is gonna be good. Bro, Penta is getting his first elite. Yeah, he is. Penta is kind of killing it right now in WWE. I'm not gonna lie. Penta's doing really good. His brother Ray Phoenix, everybody knows the Lucha Bros, Ray Phoenix and Penta, they're killing it right now. Definitely. So, like I said, man, you know, when you kind of look at both of the brothers are kind of killing it right now in WWE. They really are. They're killing it. Ray Phoenix killing it with Andrade in a whole tag team division. Penta basically doing his thing as a whole singles competitor. He teams up from time to time too. So, I mean, when you kind of look at it, the Lucha Bros are doing a little bit way better than what they were doing in AEW. So, huge shout out to Penta and Ray Phoenix all the way. I really cannot wait to meet them too as well. I'm a huge fan of Ray Phoenix and Penta, so I definitely can't wait to meet them one day. I really can't. Right behind the Motor City Machine Guns. I got to meet the Motor City Machine Guns first before I meet the Lucha Bros. So definitely all the way. But yeah, man, Frankie, I'm excited for them. I really am. Speaking of man, speaking of that, I'm not gonna lie. You know, Penta WrestleMania Battle Royal Luchador. Yeah, like I said, now their WrestleMania debuts were horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Ray Phoenix lost his first WrestleMania, which was just god awful to El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable. Penta lost his first WrestleMania too as well, but it wasn't too bad for him. But for Ray Phoenix, he lost so bad because he got headbutted and was knocked out by Chad Gable in a whole luchador mask in this case. So when you kind of look at it, I actually wish they would kind of redo their WrestleManias for real. But they're killing it right now. Ray Phoenix is killing it right now in the tag team division. He really is. I'm really hoping that Ray Phoenix and Andrade basically win the tag team titles too as well. That would be dope. It'll be really good. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. What's going on, Wayne? Wayne the Gamer. What's going on? R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, man. It's very sad, man. A lot of people did not know that Hulk Hogan was going to pass away today. Nobody knew. I knew that Hulk Hogan was not doing too well last week. A lot of people were putting out reports saying he wasn't doing too well, but man, it was really sad to hear about he passed away today. Man, I missed the old WWE shows like 2019, 2011, 2021. Man, it's that era, WWE era of 2019, 2011, and 2021. It was okay, man. It really was. Now WWE had some dark times too as well because some of the writing was awful. I I will actually be happy for Jimmy Uso if he goes to Raw and win a singles title. I think everybody would too as well. I mean, this gives him a break from being with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu really doesn't need anybody by his side. He's a one man wrecking crew. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, with if as soon as SummerSlam is over with, I feel like Jacob Fatu may not win his U.S. title back. I feel like Solo's gonna retain that title, but I think right after that, Jimmy Uso's going right over to Monday Night Raw, and that's going to be kind of it. Jacob Fatu, they'll finally push Jacob Fatu to be that actual big main event star on SmackDown. WWE's already kind of made plans on pushing Stephanie Vacure and Jacob Fatu all the way to the moon right now at the moment. So definitely. TEWP, what's going on? Do you want to meet Jimmy Uso? Are you a fan of him? Oh man, I'm a fan of both of the twins, man. I'm a fan of Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso, so I really cannot wait to actually meet Jimmy Uso too as well. Um, Jimmy Uso, like I said, I've seen them a couple times. If you go back further, I've watched the Usos wrestle up here in our backyard in Montgomery, at a house show when they were still face painted Usos, not the Usos that they are now. The Usos that they are now, they're a little bit way more better than the ones with the face painted. But I saw them wrestle before, down here in our backyard up here in Montgomery, and like I said, they're really good. They was at the house show in WWE. That's if you go back further, like it's like 2010, 2011. If Retribution would return and attack the Raw roster, Solo Bloodline would beat them. Never again. Retribution was awful. It really was. Retribution. I don't know what Vince McMahon was thinking about coming up with a team called Retribution. Mustafa Ali whole little group failed. It was just awful. It really was. The only remaining person that's still in this is basically Mia Yim in this case. That's the only one that's still remaining in WWE that was part of Retribution. Everybody else is gone. But yeah, most definitely game event. I would love to meet Jimmy Uso all the way. Already met Jay Uso. Would love to meet Jimmy Uso too as well. Jimmy Uso, Jacob for two, Rikishi, Roman Reigns, Zilla for two, all the way, and Journey for two too as well. Um, would love to meet them. Rikishi is you normally catch Rikishi around like in Florida and Georgia too as well because he has like Comic Con and other stuff like that. So if you guys anywhere in between too as well, um, be on the lookout. I know San Diego's got their Comic Con, I think, this week too as well. WWE superstars are going to be there too as well. So make sure you guys go check them out too as well. Go meet you some wrestlers at Comic Con. Um, yeah, you guys go meet you some wrestlers. Zilla was at Raw Monday. Yeah, he was. Zilla was at Raw Monday, and Zilla had a whole after party right after Raw was over with too as well. Do you know? No, I might have to retype that. No. But yeah, Angelica, Angelica, what's going on? They're YouTubers. Okay, they're YouTubers. Okay, I have to look them up. But yeah, Angelica, yeah, they had a whole after party. Yeah, he was there Monday Night Raw, and he had a whole after party in Houston because everybody know, hey, Zilla kind of make it very clear. Houston is his home, Texas is his home, so all the way. So yeah, man, I really cannot wait until this dude literally comes to WWE, man. I really can't wait. I feel like Zilla's gonna shake up a whole bunch of stuff. How you doing tonight, Angelica? But yeah, really cannot wait until Zilla come to the main roster, man. It's gonna be dope. It really is. It really is. You just kind of take some time and just kind of look at it. Zilla for two, I'm telling you, you got to give it time. You can't rush the process. It's gonna be good. High as hell. I know. Go ahead and pass it through the phone. You high as hell. I know. We know. You stay in them clouds, Angelica. You stay in them clouds. But much love though. Much love. But yeah, let's see. What day do you think Big Jim will go on Raw? I think Big Jim will probably come to Monday Night Raw probably after SummerSlam, probably that Monday after, because I don't I I just hit for you, Will. That was up. That's what's up. I heard that Airbud the dog movie is returning 20. Yeah, I heard about that too. That's crazy as hell to hear about Airbud is coming back. But yeah, Game Van to answer your question, I think Jimmy Uso probably returned that following Monday right after SummerSlam. Two-night event, Saturday and Sunday. So I kind of see Jimmy Uso returning that following Monday all the way. Zilla needs to go to NXT first. I ain't I ain't gonna lie. Now, Z, as crazy as it is, I feel like he don't really need NXT for real because he's so at he's been wrestling on the indie circuit for so long. You kind of feel like he doesn't really need NXT, but I mean, he probably might need NXT probably for promo wise. Now, for promo wise or something like that, or he probably needs to work on his craft, and yeah, put him down in the performance center or something like that. But when you kind of look at him, I mean, the dude doesn't really even need NXT. Zilla is just walking money, kind of just like that. But most definitely, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, like I said, I'm still waiting on Zilla to come to WWE all the way. Did you see the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie once? Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I did. I did see that too as well, Frankie. I did. But yeah, man, I feel like Zilla don't even need NXT. I feel like probably have him down there make a couple appearances or something like that or whatever, or probably fight somebody. But I mean, for the training or anything else like that, the dude don't even really need training. Someone posted a video of Jimmy Uso passing away. Huh? Look, first of all, you're gonna find a lot of fake YouTube pages that probably say that wrestlers have passed away. Jimmy Uso has not passed away. So do not believe anything other people say. I'm just saying. No, do not believe that at all. Y'all, he just told me that said that people are no, Jimmy Jimmy Uso is not dead. No. You're fine, man. Big Jim is fine and well. That's what I'm saying. What you talking, man? What you talking about? No, look, I didn't believe. That's good. I'm glad you did not believe that, because I did know Big Jim is all fine and well. He good. Hell, you'll see Big Jim tomorrow night on Friday Night SmackDown. Literally. So you good on that one, man. No, you know weird people like spreading weird rumors about people and videos. I don't know why. Gaming Band, don't listen to it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't listen to them, Gaming Band. Don't do it. Like I said, your favorite wrestlers are still alive and well. Don't believe none of that. Like I said, the only thing you believe from time to time, like I said, Hulk Hogan did pass away today. He passed away at the age of 71. Now, Hulk Hogan, that's one you can believe. Hulk Hogan did pass away today. Any other wrestler is not dead in this case. So if you see a video or story on social media that say this wrestler's passed away, they're not dead. They're not. Don't believe it. Yeah, don't believe it. All the way. Willie Jimmy set Solo up. I know, ain't it great? Ain't it great? Because you got Solo over here basically telling people to help him get out of these handcuffs. He even told Cody, he told Cody, hey man, help me out, get me out of these handcuffs. It was so funny because nobody really expected Solo character to be this funny, man. That's the crazy part about it. Nobody really expected Solo to be this funny. And seeing Solo this funny, it'd be like, man, where was this when he came? Why couldn't he be funny then? You just had him sit in the back and just tape his thumb and then do this. And it's just like, why didn't we have Solo talk and cut promos like this and be funny? Because it would have been funny as hell. Not gonna lie. But yeah, Sky, you got me rolling over here too. I ain't gonna lie. And I meant rolling by funny. I ain't meant rolling by rolling. You know. But yeah, like I said, but yeah, man, Solo it's gonna be funny as hell tomorrow to kind of see. The crazy part, I wonder who bailed Solo out. That's the funny part about it. I wondered if the MFTs bailed Solo out or who bailed Solo out, because it was so funny to see Solo in handcuffs last Friday night on SmackDown. But it's also gonna be really funny. It's not gonna really be funny because the MFT's been getting beat up by Jimmy and Jacob too as well. So it has not been funny for Solo's family tree. I really want the old WWE, the old ex-WWE superstars to return, like Daniel Bryan, Edge, Bobby Lashley, Christian, and Braun Strowman. Well, Frankie, I'm gonna tell you all these names real quick are not coming back to WWE. Daniel Bryan is never coming back to WWE. Daniel Bryan has kind of bashed WWE so much since he left and went to AEW. He basically said WWE's like a parody of wrestling right now. Edge is having way too much fun in AEW to even leave AEW right now at the moment. He's having way too much fun. Bobby Lashley was not even used at all the way, Frankie. I'm sorry. I feel like if Bobby Lashley returned right now at the moment, WWE still not going to use him for real. Not one bit. Christian is better off being in AEW where he kind of belongs. He's able to kind of have freedom. And Braun Strowman, they're only going to use him probably when he comes back as just being a monster to put talent over. That's basically it. That's the whole rundown. I'm sorry, man. Not his older brother. If Big Jim is going to Raw, he is going to be good. Then it might be better in SmackDown. Yeah, like I said, Jimmy Uso, like I said, with him moving to Monday Night Raw at the moment, there's talks about him, reforming the Usos all the way. So, by them reforming the Usos, Jimmy Uso basically back on Monday Night Raw with his brother. You already know that Roman's gonna be filming. Cody's gonna be filming right after this too as well. So, why not? Why not have a Uso reunion? I heard that Uncle Howdy found the person who could play the Fiend. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nobody else that could play the Fiend more than Bray Wyatt. Long live Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, but nobody can ever play the Fiend like Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was the Fiend. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bray Wyatt had been the Fiend, even though people didn't even notice that Bray Wyatt was the Fiend a long time ago, as he was cult leader Bray Wyatt was still the Fiend all the way. So nobody can ever play the Fiend like Bray Wyatt. Just can't. I'm sorry. Jacob is about to run SmackDown. Yes, indeed, Angelica. He is about to run SmackDown all the way. Man, they already made it very clear. As soon as this is over, man, Jacob Fatu's going to become the hottest thing in WWE right now. They're talking about making Jacob Fatu this, making Jacob Fatu that. Jacob Fatu's going to be on this and that. Man, Jacob Fatu's gonna be the most hottest thing right now in WWE, and people are literally about to see how big of a superstar they finna make Jacob. You think Jacob's the biggest babyface right now on SmackDown? Imagine what WWE's gonna do with him, Stephanie Vacure, and a couple other folks too as well. Christian World, what's going on? I have a question. Why do you think the Usos getting back together? Well, Christian, I'm gonna be honest with you. WWE's in talk. WWE Creative and I know Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, is in talks about moving Jimmy Uso over full time over to Monday Night Raw, and that is a huge big talk about. And why not? Not bye bye Cody. Angelica, you kill me with these Cody rants. I'm not gonna lie. Who is the hottest thing in SmackDown right now? Oh, Jacob Fatu. It's the hottest thing literally on SmackDown. Hell, he brings in the SmackDown views. You got a couple other superstars that bring in SmackDown views, but Jacob Fatu is really the one that bringing your SmackDown views. The Raw Tag Team division sucks. Yes, it does. That's another thing. That's another thing why Jimmy Uso is coming over to Raw. Triple H has way more trust in the Usos and to bring the tag team division up more than the Judgment Day or the New Day or the Creed brothers. No offense to the Creed brothers. Love them too as well. Those are some awesome guys. But Paul Levesque, Triple H trust the Usos. Getting them back together would kind of shake up the tag team division and make the tag team division wake up a little bit. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why in this case. Big Jim and Jacob. Big Jim and Jacob all the way. I'm not gonna lie, as a tag team, Big Jim and Jacob, man, they killing it right now. They are. As an ally, too, as well. Like you said, I know that he is not coming, but if he returns, do you think he'll be in SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble? Daniel Bryan, maybe. We never know.